Okay, how y'all doing? It's Kareem, and we're going to talk about things you can get involved with that is recession proof. A lot of times we don't understand that we don't see the times and things that's changing. We don't think it's going to affect us, and we don't think we have to do much. But hold on, let me make sure I say this. November 11th, this month, I have a webinar. The link is down there below. If you want to get it off 50% off, you go to /Life or hit the HK Network link, or go to /Life.com, go to courses at the top, become a membership right now for $5 a month, and you get the webinar for 50% off. Otherwise, you have to pay the full price. Okay? But I know some people have been paying in counseling just to get a 50%. That's okay, because you don't really understand that the people that are paying $5 a month will be grandfathered in when the prices change after the webinar to $19.99, which is $20 a month. Then come March of next year, it'll be $60 a month. But the value or information I'll be giving every single week will be information on how to get fast, quick loans, step by step. I'll be showing individuals. This is going forward after the webinar. I'll be making sure that I drop information like I did just last week on my live stream, how to get $15,000 on the personal side, how to get yourself $30,000 on a business, with a business loan on the personal side, and how to kind of make yourself supplement your income at extra $100 a month, a day, $200 a day, $1,000 a week, $500 a week, $2,500 a week, but that platform in HK Network will be the step-by-step ways going forward. Almost like a Patreon account, or if you sign up to follow somebody on a Patreon account or a Discord, that's where you get the live stream Q&A, and you'll be able to get the step-by-step information that I drop on YouTube or shorts telling you what I'll be doing. You'll be able to get that on the HK Network, the step-by-step. So people that are just paying for the webinar and getting the step-by-step there, I'm pretty sure you're going to have some questions. Okay? You're going to have some questions afterwards, and that's what the live stream is for. And by you just paying $5 a month, you can counsel anytime. That's yours to keep. And if you have any questions, or you want step-by-step, or you want to get in the community area and talk with others and engage, that's why you can get a lot of your questions answered. That's why I'll be answering a bunch of questions. So individuals that are just counseling are doing them a disservice, because when it's time to sign up after November 11th, it won't be $5. March 1st, it won't even be the price it was in November. And that's why I'll probably settle in right there at the price come my birthday of next year. But what is recession proof? Okay, so things that are recession proof, I'll be going into more details on the webinar, but here I wanted to at least share with you. These are the things I'll be teaching over there. But I've told you on the last, if you want to catch my podcast, it's just at its infancy stage. So some of the things you're hearing here, you have to worry about it, but you can catch it in the podcast. But those are like new people on that podcast area. But let me express this to you. When you are in business for yourself, people want to know what's recession proof before they start a business for themselves. So you do know that the recession is here. Obviously, you know the recession is here, and it's real. So you're worried about how you're going to be able to pay your bills. You need to have money coming in all the time. The show ain't going to stop. Your bills ain't going to stop. You might get laid off. You might get laid off. What happens if you get laid off? Your bills don't stop, like your house bill, phone bill, electrical bills, the mortgage, already mentioned that, car note, insurance. You're paying for your existence in USA. You know that. In Canada, in UK, wherever the part of the world that's linked up with this kind of debt credit system setup, you're paying for your existence. So you need that money every 2 weeks, right? Every month, right? Your bills are already paid up before you get paid. So what's recession proof? Let me give you some just a few, because there's a lot of things that are recession proof. It's usually around that lane of what people need. Recession proof, let me say that one more time. It's always aligned with something that people need. They need on a regular basis all the time. That's what recession proof is. Okay? People need to eat. People need to eat. People need to get where they're going. So they'll need a vehicle, right? You pretty much need a vehicle. Everybody need a vehicle to get where they're going, to purchase things they need to get. If you want to go hook up with that particular individual so you can Netflix and chill. If you just want to be by yourself and go somewhere in solitude, you need to be able to get around. We're not getting on horses riding around doing what we need to do, unless you live on a farm. You need some wheels, okay? Most of y'all have not dumbed it down to ride a bicycle. You're caught up in the system that you need to get on that freeway to get to work. You need to have a roof over your head. Housing, that's recession proof. Cars, like I said, it's recession proof. Eating is recession proof. And the number one thing that people kind of like sleep on, they don't pay attention to, is themselves. You recession proof. What I mean by when I say you're recession proof, without you, none of all this stuff can happen. They can't provide you a home. You can't buy a home. You can't flip a home. You can't purchase and get it right and have other people rent from you. Same thing with food. You wake up in the morning wanting to eat. Some of y'all ain't on that circadian rhythm, understanding your body when you're supposed to eat. Some of y'all are not on the intermittent fasting, which is really the circadian rhythm of how your body is supposed to eat. You eating the system kind of way, American way, addiction way. The moment you get up and throughout the day till you go to bed, all the way until like 10 o'clock. Some of y'all fall asleep with a donut on your chest, on your breast. Chocolate just off and you just snoring. You go right to sleep, eat. You are recession proof. You. And what I mean by you're recession proof, you need to start a business. That's recession proof. You starting a business. So it's got to be a way that you don't have to spend a lot of money. I've been doing this for what? Since 2015. Online. I have over 100, 400, 500 videos. I really wasn't even going heavy. People that usually understand this and they kind of like want to make a lot of money at this kind of time frame that I put in, they would have 5 times of what I have right now. Like 2,500, 3,000 videos. But the amount of time I put in, I've realized what's recession proof. I've invested in vehicles. I've rented them out, leased them out from my trust. Someone leased a vehicle from me for 2 years until the vehicle got in an accident. They leased a vehicle from me for 2 years. Made payments from my trust. So they didn't really lease the vehicle from me per se, from the trust. You have to understand having multiple entities because you set these entities up. Once again, you are recession proof. You invest into silver and gold, into homes, into vehicles, into food, into yourself. You, as an investor, are recession proof. By me banking this money monthly and daily getting up to the 120 and 140,000, I haven't done videos like that showing people how to make, this is like my first webinar telling people how to make multiple ways or how to make yourself $10,000 a month. That's light. Let me say it one more time. That's light because I didn't want to overextend myself from individuals that are not going to do what individuals are doing online. You have social media influencers trying to let you know this is the angle I'm going in now, trying to influence you to let you know you can do it. I've been motivating you for years, but my passion stayed in the health arena 70-80% of the time. And along the way, I tried to motivate you. Day ones know what I'm talking about. So now I'm at the place that I have to, since they're pivoting right in front of your face, because you see the recession's real. I get emails and people on the live stream last week, someone said, Kareem, you need to motivate us. I got an email from someone saying, what's recession proof? More than just that individual. You recession proof. So you can start any of these businesses that do with medical, that do with CBD, deal with marijuana, if your state is recreational. It's so many things you can start out the starting block, but you got to move. Everything don't require you to be on video, like this phone right here, this camera, like I'm doing right now, software. But the social media wave is there. You can use the social media wave without being on camera. You just got to post. You got to be consistent. That's the cheat code. You the problem. You the recession proof. To get anything done, you got to move. You got to jump. You can't sit there and take your time to see if you're going to jump or if you should jump, or you get all the way to the edge and have all your stuff together and you still questioning yourself or coming up with an excuse when to start, or why you shouldn't do it, or right now I don't look right, or I don't weigh enough, I weigh too much, or I don't have the right clothes, or I don't weigh the way my face looks. I mean, if you worried about being on camera, don't be on camera. But showing you how to make $10,000 a month, a few ways, that ain't difficult. It's not. A lot of individuals should be at that webinar because it's really honestly just $50. If you don't want to be part of the membership, it's $100. Most of y'all are signing up for the membership for $5 because you got locked in for 30 days and you sign up and get that link for $50. Fine. You the one gonna suffer when you need more help and need assistance. And I'm in the membership area and you counsel. That ain't even bright. That ain't even smart. A lot of y'all don't know how to play this chess on this board. Okay? You think I'm just trying to show you how to make $10,000 a month? If you do the math, it's about $120K a year. That's why I'm trying to leave you at. If you're lazy and don't even really work hard, you can make yourself what? $60,000 a year. That's half. If you really just want to supplement your income and you don't want to really be heavy with it, just want to do a little of these things I'm going to show you. What's 1/4? Chop that in half. It's $30,000 a year. But you go-getters, you ones that really like, I don't want to be settled and I don't want to stop. I don't want to be finished with just these steps of making $5,000, $10,000 a month. I want to be able to make 50, 60, 70, 100, 150 a month. You do the math on that. Been there several times, done it throughout the whole year till I hit $1 million, a couple million, to the point that I didn't even know. One year I did a video. I was like, am I a millionaire? Because making so much money, I didn't calculate it. But that is the type of problems you want to have if you really want to make, you want to really get it. But that isn't all the problems you want to have, because once you get there and you pass $250,000 a year, you got to be savvy with your entities. And that's what HK Network University is about. It's a university, it's a community showing you how those that actually put that work in and they get to that consistent $500 a month, they get to that consistent $1,000 a month, they get to that consistent $5,000 a month, they get to that consistent $10,000 a month, they get to that consistent $25,000, $30,000 a month, they get to that consistent $50,000 a month. Now they get to that, now they having them issues of $250,000 a month. They having tax and state, federal and state, and with the taxes, they want to know how to keep majority of their money without investing into a lot of stuff. They want to know what to invest in. They want to make sure that the vehicle that they use is not going to get them into tax implication or tax evasion or tax issues. That's what the university's for. They want to know how to set up an entity, what entity to start with, which one to go flow with. These are the things and roads that I've been on. They want to make sure they can keep majority of their money, then spend their money. They want to make sure they keep majority of their money, then invest their money. They want to know what to invest in, what vehicles to get in, because this country's going to a different place with this recession. Stock exchange ain't going to be the same when it hit for about 3-6 months to maybe a year and some change. Neither is crypto. But individuals in this position, we know that we are the actual recession proof. We know that we got to keep money coming in on the business side. We ain't worried about no boss. We the boss. We got to make sure we be able to take care of our employees and team that we have, or get some employees and get a team. Because the more help we get, the more money we make, the more help we gonna need to further our vision. Because we know we recession proof. Business people always got to stay creative. That's another video in itself. This is what I'm talking about. This is where I want you to be. This is where I want you to get to. But if you're sitting there self-doubting yourself and always coming up with creating issues and creating problems for yourself, saying you can't do this or do that, you are not going to get from A to B. Did you catch that? You're not going to get from A to B. I didn't say A to Z. The next step. Some of you guys have moved from A, B, C, and D, and you can't go to E. And that's where your blessings. And that's when the light bulb is going to be turned on. You got to move. You can't be sitting up here taking your time. You can't take your time and not sit up there and whine and be confused and not sure if you should move this way or move that way. It's not time to be overanalyzing everything. You have to jump. So individuals like myself, knowing that in the business, knowing that things are, that I'm recession proof, and I've already invested into recession proof areas, silver, gold, houses, I'm ready to go. Cars, I'm already locked in, and especially myself, and ways to make streams of income to make sure I'll make it through the storm. That I'm not just prepping for canned goods to eat that only. That I'll be able to purchase the bread if the hyperinflation comes and the bread is costing $8 a loaf of bread to $10. I can pay for it. You need to prepare for things like that so you won't be really solely struggling We know how to survive. Don't make the mistake. People really know how to survive. But you ain't going to want to be there, down there too low and be cut off and be part of the have-nots for too long. So when things switch over and now they no longer being on the 8-track, the cassette tape, the CD, and now they're no longer even using Bluetooth. They're going all the way in digital. You got to move with the times. The times ain't going to wait for you. Get out of the clouds rolling and only stand where your elders is at. The 70 and up. Stand on MSNBC. Stand on CNN. They have their own agenda, what they're trying to protect themselves from when they put in their 45, 47, 50 years, 55 years in from 18. They're trying to make sure they pay attention to what's going on in the politics and the leaders world and the, when it's come to do it, senators and attorney generals and secretary of state and presidents, they're trying to make sure that they get everything that they got coming on the blue side and the red side. Which one is going to give them the most that they could coast themselves out of here and still keep their fixed income? But they're not really all thinking about it. Some of y'all here, I know I have some 60s and 70s up in here. Some of y'all trying to be like Grandma Gloria, my mom, 76 years old, doing YouTube videos, 60,000, 65,000 followers, supplementing her income because she's listening to her son let her know that, hey, look, if they cut your Social Security down 25, 30, 40%, are you going to be okay? Do you have any other streams of income that you could tap into? So this is what everybody needs to be preparing for. That's what's recession, because the recession is coming. Inflation is coming. People at business owner already know we already in a recession because we see our numbers. You might be still lucky enough to still be working at a job and you're 9 to 5 and they ain't laid you off. But I know you've heard people get laid off. I know you saw people get laid off and you worried. You confused. You hoping that your moment and your time don't come. You hoping you're not in that number to be let go, because you haven't prepared for yourself. But it's not too late. This social media wave is juicy. It was juicy when I started because you could be lazy and kind of pretty much do not much at all and still get your stuff off on the top. And you probably watching your favorite podcaster, watching your favorite YouTuber. Well, I hope I'm one of those. If I'm not, please subscribe and become one of those. But I'm about to get it in. So we're going to show you on this financial and business and investing side what it's all about. Since y'all want to grind and y'all want to get it because it's time. That's what Kareem about. So you have your favorite ones that you watch and you saying to yourself, man, I need to get on that other side. It's already saturated. It's too late. No, it's not. It's not too late. You just have to put, you just have to put more effort in. You got to actually take that moment to leap. You got to get in there and make it happen for yourself. It's serious. It ain't time for play. Okay? So while you actually invested in you and you spending $150 to $100 to $200 to $300 to just get your weight up, because I'm going to show you how to do that. November 11th on the webinar. Make sure you be there, okay? If you really want to know. If you don't. Just be no speculator. Keep your money, okay? Put it towards some Netflix and chill with somebody that you really care about. Go treat yourself on some shoes. It's all good. But I need individuals that want to invest in themselves. So I'm going to show you how to spend a couple $50 to $100 and start at the starter block. $200 to $300 to start at the starter block. All you ones that got that bag, a couple $1,000 to thousands and thousands of dollars to start. So you can start making that $5,000 and $10,000+ $1,000 monthly. But still need you. Still need you to start and jump. I've taught a lot of individuals over the years, and they have been their worst enemy, blocking themselves, afraid to jump, afraid to step out there. I've lost friends in my circle, giving them so much, and giving them so much of my time. Time is money. Giving them so much of my time. Sometimes I don't even get a text or a phone call back. They can't give their time. Just to see them, because my love language was to see them grow, to see them pop, to get to a different place, to get to the other side, away from this hustle and bustle. But the information I gave each and everybody that I've crammed across me, they have enough. They have enough. They can remember. They have enough to keep going. And because maybe jumping the way I wanted them to jump, that wasn't their lane. But they saw a light and chose a lane. And they've gotten so much information and investments from me, they know what to do now. They have the keys. I've come across them. Everybody I come across, I've learned something and I've benefited from, and I've been blessed. And they've been blessed by me. Just usually I bless people more than they bless myself. But it's meant to be just for a season. But this season's coming right now. The season of recession is here, and it's about to get a little bit more serious in the other seasons to come. You have to be more than prepared than just to have some canned goods. You got to have more than just some vegetables and fruits. Oh, I got them. You got to have more than just some chickens to make sure. You want to be able to make sure if you need to go somewhere and purchase something, you can buy it. You need to make sure that you can still pay your mortgage. They won't flush you out if you can't. You need to make sure you can still pay your car note and insurance on it to make sure you can be on the road. They come repo that. Come put a lien on that. They patient. And by the time you get your stuff together, 2, 3, 4 to 5 months in the past, the bill gonna be so high, you're gonna have to leave. You're gonna be flushed out and have to bounce and go. That's embarrassing to have to go move in with somebody when you've already had it, when you've been doing well. You already got your place, you got your vehicle. You just trying to figure out which way, if you could go left, you should go right, you should go up, down. You trying to make sure how you can maneuver in the trenches and how you can make things happen for yourself and how you can put your hustle in and how this thing works out here. Listen, most people don't know how to read. Mama, let me say it one more time. Most people don't know how to read. I'm not talking about reading no book, but even that, if you can't read no book, if you can't read period, if you can't read the situation, you can't analyze and read the situation, how you going to comprehend it? So you got to read, comprehend, and then you got to add a plan. I didn't just gave you one of the golden positions, the secret. You got to be able to read, comprehend, and then put a plan attached to it. And then after that's done, you got to move. You got to take action. If you got past the reading stage, then you got past the comprehending it and understanding it stage, and know that this is going to work, and oh my God, I can put this to action. Now you got past putting a plan, and you actually put a plan together. Now you got to take action. You can't get distracted. You can't be distraction Jackson. You got to actually take action. Because you are recession proof. Catch you on the next video. This is chess, not check. Herbs Green. Peace.